trading away their fan-favorite receiver, uncertainty in the quarterback room, 6 consecutive playoff losses. I think it's safe to say this franchise needs some fixing, and I'm the perfect man for the job, as this video doesn't end until I bring the Pittsburgh Steelers back to a Super Bowl. And it's for sure not going to be easy, because this offense is diabolical, and I've got to do everything in my power to bring a Super Bowl to Pittsburgh ASAP, because the goal is to win TJ Watt a Super Bowl before he retires, and he's already 30, and that's just another reason this is going to be such a hard rebuild, because all of their best players are aging rapidly. Now the problem when it comes to analyzing this team off the get-go is, like, genuinely I have no idea which way to go with this rebuild. Like, do I trade a bunch of these players away, get draft picks, make this a longer rebuild? Like, do I go ahead and try to take advantage of some of these players who are high overall but aging and try to win right now? Like, even DK Metcalf, man, like, he's a great player right now, but he's 27 and he's gonna start to go down in overall in like 2-3 years. So basically what I'm trying to say with like how this team is built right now, if I do not win a Super Bowl within the next 2-3 seasons, I'm probably screwed. Players I'm absolutely keeping: TJ Watt, 100% gonna be keeping Alex Highsmith and Minka Fitzpatrick. I might possibly try and get rid of Jalen Warren, but I'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. And I think the one thing we all can agree on is this team is definitely not set up to win a Super Bowl this season, mainly because of the quarterback situation. There are a few players, potentially Cameron Hayward, who I am willing to potentially trade away. Like, he's 36 years old, dude. There's like a good chance he could retire after this season. And with Madden's trading system being the way it is, I guarantee you, with him being such a high overall, we probably can get an incredible return for a 36-year-old. Another one I wouldn't mind getting rid of is Darius Slay here, who, I mean, obviously they just signed, but again, he's 34 years old. He's a really high overall. But despite his age, I really feel like we get something decent in return. 100% have to address some of this offensive line, because like outside of Zach Frazier, dude, it is pretty garbage. And obviously with the Steelers trading away George Pickens for whatever reason, we are in desperate need of a good wide receiver too. But even with the room being so bad in its current state, it honestly isn't the team's biggest need, so we might not even be able to address it this season. So before we do anything way too crazy, our first course of action is going to be scour the free agent market, because if I genuinely believe some of these guys could help our team out long term, you best believe I'm down to sign them. Now here's the big question though. Obviously the huge link is whether or not the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to sign Aaron Rodgers to probably only be their starter for this upcoming season. It's like, do I sign him or do I rock with Mason Rudolph? The truth of the matter is, if we don't sign Aaron Rodgers and have a really bad season, a lot of our guys aren't going to progress in overall. So I think even though it's not going to help us win a Super Bowl this season or anything, I think the best course of action for this team's future is to go ahead and sign Aaron Rodgers. Honestly, going into this rebuild, I didn't even know if I was going to do this, but I just feel like he's the best option, but he absolutely cannot wear 0. There we go, brother. That's much better. And if worse comes to worse and we're having a terrible season at the trade deadline, what I could possibly do with him being on a 1-year contract is trade him away and get something in return from a quarterback needy team. Now, somebody else I feel like is a perfect fit in the squad is Asante Samuel. Need to add to that cornerback room. He's the best young player still in his prime left in free agency, so why not take advantage of it? That way it won't hurt us too much once we inevitably trade away Darius Slay. Now again, I want to make sure I'm being smart about this, not just adding a bunch of old folks. Now the one guy that does make a lot of sense, I would not be shocked if this went down in real life, is Amari Cooper to the Steelers. We need a wide receiver too, and I feel like he's the best option left on the board. To be honest with you, I don't know if we're done just yet when it comes to signing free agents, but first I want to go and try to make a few trades and see what exactly we're going to end up needing out of free agency. And surprisingly, the first player I do want to go ahead and try and trade away is Jalen Warren, because I feel like the future of this backfield in Pittsburgh lies in the hands of Caleb Johnson. I love this guy so much, and the only problem is he does start off as a 77 overall, and for you to do really well in simulation, for whatever reason in Madden, you've got to have a running back that's like 85 plus. So if we do go ahead and start Caleb Johnson as a rookie, that's us pretty much guaranteeing our ceiling's probably like 7-8 wins his first season. I mean, it'd be the same way if we started Jalen Warren. That's one thing I wish they'd fix in franchise mode. Like, it's literally impossible to do well as a running back in simulation if you have a low overall. But the hope and the goal is we give Caleb Johnson playing time early, and by season 2, maybe at the latest season 3, he's up to like an 85, 86 overall and is already one of the best in the league. I'm not kidding, dude, when I tell you this is just such a hard rebuild because there's just so many different moving parts and like so many Asian players. It's like so weird. It's like a weird team in weird areas. So Jaylen Warren, we appreciate you here in Pittsburgh. There's already a team in the Broncos here who are super interested in him. And this is all about right now bringing in the best value possible back in return. And honestly, we don't really need strong safety badly, but I feel like the guy that makes the most sense here is Hufanga from the Broncos. I don't feel like they're going to ask for an arm and leg from him. I'm probably going to have to throw in some more, but I feel like this would be a massive move, and it's getting there. Now, when it comes to trading away draft picks, I'll have to see how I feel about it. I'm really going to take things by ear and see if, like, you know, maybe we do need to trade away a few draft picks to address the team in certain areas, but at the same time, I don't want to have to trade these picks away if I don't have to. We do have an extra third from a George Pickens trade. Let's see if we can get Hufanga here by just trading away players. Now, Dean Lowry here, he can go because Jack Sawyer can step in and hopefully get better over time. Let's see if this does anything to the trade. I honestly think it might have went backwards. Another thing about this team too, dude, is it doesn't have a lot of pieces to potentially trade away. Now, Cole Holcomb is a guy I wouldn't mind trading away as well because we have Peyton Wilson just sitting there. Holcomb's 29, so he's going to start to go down in value pretty soon, so hopefully they're interested in him or not. Hopefully this sends the trade into the green interest meter, and it does. One more decent player added in this trade, dude. We should be golden. Like, what if we doubled up on running back? Like, went ahead and got rid of Cordero Patterson. I know Pittsburgh fans are probably crying, but hey, if it helps bring us to a Super Bowl, who cares? So Jaylen Warren, Cole Holcomb, Cordero Patterson for Hufanga. Get this bad boy through, and you gotta be kidding me. Good news, though, is we do have a multiple 7th round picks. Let's send them the worst one. Surely this is accepted, and we bring in a brand new starting strong safety. Hufanga's pumped to be a Steeler. Been here for less than 24 seconds, and he already got himself an upgrade point. And the reason I didn't mind doing that is Deshaun Elliott here is another player we could trade away now. Again, he's 28 years old, so by next year, he's going to be going down in overall. We got a little bit younger and a little bit better at the strong safety position, while also he might be able to bring us some value in return. Funny enough, the Broncos are immediately interested in trading for him. Buccaneers, another team. What if we just click get offers? You know, offered a future third in BJ Hill. Broncos immediately offer me Jaylen Warren back. Okay, Eagles offer me Jordan Davis. That is definitely interesting. Nothing, though, that excites me way too much. Now, a position that we have absolutely got to upgrade is on offensive line, and somebody I am super interested in is Dominique Pooney here. As a youngster who I'm assuming is locked down for what, like the next 4 seasons, I would 100% be willing to throw in that 3rd round pick we got for George Pickens. Let's see if this helps us out at all. If not, we might have to move on to another target, and it barely even moved. The dream is over. Let's move on. Now, Lucas here from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers wouldn't be a bad shout at the right tackle position. I just don't know if they're going to go for it. Like, possibly. I mean, as you guys probably already saw, right tackle is so bad for us. Broderick Jones is not the future. So let's try it. Hopefully, they just accept straight up, and they accept it straight up. Okay, did not expect that, but not complaining. So if we can somehow still address the interior, that would be incredible. And also, if possible, would absolutely love to find a way to land a long-term wide receiver 2 option. Again, Cooper, he's great for this year, but again, he's 31, so by next year, he'll probably be like an 80 overall. And again, he's another player where if we're having a stinky season by the midway point, I could trade him away to a wide receiver needy team who's actually in the playoff race. So trying to make as many big brain moves as possible because by God, this team needs it. Now, you guys know I already mentioned the prospect of potentially trading away Darius Slay. He's high overall, and again, it's normal what Madden only cares about in all the trades. So let's see what sort of offers are out there and see if we can get something good in return. I mean, Montez Sweat in a future second is nuts. Oh my God, dude, some of these trades are absolutely mental. Like, we can go ahead and get our long-term Darius Slay replacement here, get Christian Benford. Lad McConkey is actually insane. I genuinely might have to do that. Going back to the Rashee Rice and a 3rd. Like, what is happening? Jordan Addison from the Vikings and a 3rd and a 5th. I'm actually not gonna lie, brother. That might be a much better offer than what we got from the Chargers for Lad McConkey. They just offered Lad in a 6. So, dude, if I can go out and get Jordan Addison and a 3rd and a 5th, I feel like I have absolutely got to do this. We have ourselves our long-term option, a wide receiver 2. Just because I'm stingy and I'm trying to get as much back in return as possible, let's see if we can manually maybe get another little player out of it. You know what, Minnesota? Why don't you go ahead and throw the fries in the bag? See how far we're off here? And it was accepted straight up. What in the world? Well, with that, fellas, things are definitely starting to look a lot better around the squad. And I told you guys it was inevitable. We are going to go ahead and try and get as much in return return possible for Cameron Hayward before he retires. I mean, you just saw how much we got in return for Darius Slay. So imagine what we could possibly get for 93 overall X-Factor Cameron Hayward. Let's just start off by doing the get offers. And off the rip, brother, we're getting offered DJ Moore, James Cook, Cortland Sutton in a second. This is nuts, dude. This is absolutely freaking insane. Jonathan Taylor, oh my god. Oh lord, oh lord, oh lord. Jonathan Taylor, I kind of am actually thinking about that. I know we already talked about Caleb Johnson being the future, but if we went and acquired Jonathan Taylor here, that really could speed things up in his rebuild by probably a season or two. Okay, so the San Francisco 49ers are offering me Dominic, who I kind of wanted in the first place, alongside a second and third round pick. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Garrett Wilson, that's nuts. Like, that's insane. Chris Olave, I feel like we're good at receiver for now. Like, what is his deal from the Titans? I think out of all the offers that we've gotten for what we need as a team, it really comes down to this Jonathan Taylor trade and potentially this Dominic Pooney trade. Let's go out, try to do some manual trades with those two teams and see what we can actually put together. I'm not really looking for draft picks because I don't really have 3-4 years for those players to get better. Like, just out of pure curiosity, I do want to see how far off a Jonathan Taylor and Quentin Nelson trade is. And to be completely honest with you, brother, that is so much closer than what I expected. That is actually insanely close for two players that could be the building blocks of bringing the Steelers to a Super Bowl. Now, obviously, this is one of those instances where it'd have to take a draft pick, but it would 100% be worth it for two pieces that should be here for the duration of the rebuild. Unfortunately, the third round pick barely even bumped it up, which means it would probably take like a future first or maybe even a little bit more. I mean, dude, let's shoot our shot. Like, what are the odds we get Dominic Pooney and Brock Purdy? I mean, it'd be nice to go ahead and get our franchise quarterback here. And it's about halfway to being accepted, so that dream's kind of over. Unfortunately, outside of Dominic, there's not really any players that make a lot of sense. I really do want to try to bring in like two starters in this deal if possible, because Cameron Hayward is my best asset on the team remaining. Oh, I'm telling you, dude, this trade right here, depending on what we do, will be the most important trade we end up making. Probably the most important move we make this entire rebuild. So I gotta make sure I get this right one way or another. I mean, what about something crazy like this? Jonathan Taylor, immediately get our Cameron Hayward replacement and a new and much improved offensive tackle. Let's just try it and see what happens. It's decline, which is fair. So I think our best bet on what we try and do is go back to the San Francisco 49ers and get that offensive lineman. Hit this bad boy through, and it's in the green. What we could do is go ahead and throw in Will Fries, because he was just kind of a throw-in. It got closer, and what we could do here is maybe throw in Kenneth Gainwell. Hit this bad boy through, and it's declined still, but we're getting close. And I do know, even if we do get their first round pick, it is currently valued at 31, but you best believe I have some big brain reasoning behind this. Let's see if we can see this deal through. It's going to take a few draft picks, but hopefully nothing way too crazy. Like, I wouldn't mind giving away one of these fifths and a 7th, submit this bad boy through, and the trade still declined, but we're getting super close. Make it a 2026 extra 5th, and the trade is officially accepted. We have our new starting right guard that should be here the duration of the rebuild, alongside a first and a third round selection. I'm not gonna lie, dude, the offensive line is looking so much better. Before we do anything else crazy, which we're still possibly gonna go after Jonathan Taylor, but while we're at it and while we're trying to improve the entire offensive line, let me see if I can upgrade from Isaac here. I'm not trying for anything crazy, maybe like an 82, 83 rated youngster. Okay, I mean, I know Tevin Jenkins isn't necessarily a youngster, but he should still go up a little bit in overall the next few seasons. That's all we really need. He's not signed to a massive contract or anything. Obviously, I know this isn't gonna be accepted straight up. It's less than halfway. We definitely have multiple assets we can use. Like, we could just go ahead and trade away that third round pick we got, submit it through. Okay, that was a lot easier than what I expected. We got ourselves our potential long-term option at left guard position. So for now, the offensive line position is pretty much set in stone. I've sat here for over an hour of my life, and we haven't started the first season yet, and I promise you we're not even close to being done, because this defensive line is in a terrible state. I mean, if worst comes to worst, there's some band-aid options we can throw on it, like maybe a Von Miller for a season. Actually, I feel like Zadarius Smith is more of a Pittsburgh Steelers guy. So for anything, just for cover reasons, I think we'll go ahead and sign Zadarius Smith. And you know what? Since I do want to try and compete this season if possible, I might as well take advantage of who's just sitting here in free agency. We already got rid of Darius Slay. Since he's sitting there, why not replace him with another veteran option at cornerback and sign Kendall Fuller to a 1-year deal? I think that's going to wrap things up for our free agent activity, which we did a lot. I just don't want to sign, you know, a bunch of old guys that'll probably just be here for a season or so. But again, fellas, it's all about making some big brain moves that we have the opportunity to do so, because again, if we're not competing the trade deadline, if he's another option, we could probably trade away and get something decent in return. Let's remember what we got for Darius Slay. away. Now what I want to do from here is try to trade away a few pieces of like players who are standing in the way of some playing time for younger guys who we need to get better and better. Trying to be thorough with this, trying to build the best team possible as fast as possible. Now, Juan Thornhill, another guy who's just not really going to see playing time. Might get us some value. Also, Monstravius Adams. Unfortunately, not to my surprise or anything. Literally nobody's interested in him. But we just went and got an extra third-round pick for him from the Browns. What in the world? I think we actually just got back the third-round pick. We just traded him a second ago. Now, here's a few more players that we could potentially package together, get something back, like maybe a fifth. Broncos are so close to giving me another third. Like, what in the world is going on? I'm actually going to make this be a third-round pick. I'm going to trade up. There we go, dude. I will gladly take another third. But I have to say, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything. I think it's kind of impressive. We got the team up to an 86 overall while accumulating a ton of extra draft picks. Now, in order for me to make my potential big brain move at the running back position, it does require me to go ahead and simulate to the regular season. Let me see if the method to my madness works. Okay, not as of yet, because the 49ers pick is still valued at 31. So what I'm going to do here is simulate week by week just for a few weeks and test this out. Crazy enough, we got a dub week 1, and exactly what I expected to happen. I'm pretty sure this is the 49ers pick, projected to be number 12 now. Oh wait, they won. You see where it says SF10 in the middle? Zoom in on that. But still, for their pick now to be projected 20 over 31 like it was initially, it's a lot better value. So I think what we do now is try to trade that pick away. I mean, to be fair, dude, Caleb Johnson had a pretty good first game. He did fumble twice. That's a little bit ridiculous. But I still think I'm going to try my best to go after the main man. And unfortunately, he went up in overall, so he's probably going to be harder to trade for now. I mean, just because I'm stingy, I want to see if we can get something else, like maybe a little Josh Downs action. He could be Amari Cooper long-term replacement. It's only about halfway to being accepted. So what about just the first-round pick for Jonathan Taylor? And it's in the yellow. Maybe I stem another week here, see if the 49ers lose, hopefully, and that pick value goes up. I mean, we're 2-0. I mean, at this rate, dude, we might win the Super Bowl in the first season. But unfortunately, the pick value stayed the same. So for now, let's go ahead and keep it rolling. Okay, I knew it was coming eventually. Oh my god, dude, that is diabolical, Caleb. Well, brother, look at the San Francisco 49ers pick is now valued at 13. Oh my god. Let's see if somehow, some way, we now can make that trade happen. I still want to try and get Josh Downs out of it as possible. It's in the yellow now, dude. I'm telling you, we're going to make this happen one way or another. I mean, keep in mind, we have 56 third-round picks, so let's go with the worst one. Will this be accepted? Not quite, but it's in the green. So let's actually go with the higher-rated third-round pick, 72. Still in the green. I mean, to be fair, the Colts do need a right guard, and we have William as a backup here. Let's try something. What about just Will Fries for Josh Downs straight up, and it's the climb, but we're getting somewhere. How about this now? The 49ers pick and Will Fries for Josh Downs and Jonathan Taylor. Oh my god, dude, we are so close to a blockbuster. So we throw in a 2027 7th-round selection. We are still a pubic hair away. Throw in a box of crackers, and we have just now completed one of the biggest trades in Pittsburgh Steelers history. You know what's so funny is I'm just now realizing who we play in week 4. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I feel like Jonathan Taylor is the picture-perfect Pittsburgh Steelers running back. And also, at this point, if we do end up trading Amari Cooper at the trade deadline, we now have Josh Downs sitting there in the wings ready to take over. Now, when it comes to the long-term vision of this team, I really like the way we've set things up. We still need to improve on the defensive line, but we have been able to add in a really good influx of youngsters who should get better at least over the next 2 or 3 seasons. The only question mark at this point in time is the quarterback position, because if we don't win all this season, Aaron Rodgers is not coming back. So we'll have to find a way to replace him next year, but at least he should keep this team competitive enough that they win enough games that these youngsters can actually upgrade in overall. I'm not gonna lie, I might also do some other funky business once we get to the trade deadline, because I just don't want to have 3 third-round picks. Like, if I can trade 1 or 2 of these for a player that could help me in the future, I'd probably rather do that, because again, we're trying to win a Super Bowl within like 2-3 seasons, so these third-round picks probably wouldn't help me by that time. At the same time, I'm not gonna make a trade just to make a trade, and with that said, I do want to go ahead and simulate past this week just to see if Jonathan Taylor goes off against his former team. The Colts are probably going to beat us now that I said that. Just kidding. I mean, he had a pretty good game. It's probably exactly why he won, because they had Justice Hill running the football. I mean, we're freaking 3-1 on this season, dude. Like, unfortunately, we're in probably the toughest division in football, so like, I doubt we make the playoffs, but at least we're competitive. Now, in terms of players ready to renegotiate their contracts, some of the older guys, I'm not going to bother. Like, really, the only person I care about re-signing to a long-term deal is Asante Samuel here, and I don't think he's going to give us that many problems. We're going to give him 5 years and the exact money he's asking before? That's how I like it, Asante, making it stress-free on me. And I'll reiterate one last time. If we're not having a good year by the trade deadline, I think all these guys will probably bring me in something pretty decent in return with a trade. Let's go ahead and advance to said trade deadline. And like, I'd rather us be competitive. Even if we are competitive at that point, I might still trade away one or two of those guys. And we're 6-1, brother. I am conflicted. We currently have a 2-game lead in the AFC North and are literally just 1 win away from the 1 seed. And to be fair, the trade deadline's week 9, so we'll simulate one more week. Well, that kind of ruins the good vibes. Still lead the division, though. Now, my big question to determine if we're really competitive, have we beat any of our in-division foes? No, we have not played a single in-division game yet. So, and we still have the Chiefs, man. We still have the Eagles. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, brother. I don't think there's any way we make playoffs. We had such a pretty easy schedule first half of the season. Like, I know we already have 6 wins, but I would be shocked with our remaining schedule if we end up winning 10 games this season. So, even though he's actually having an incredible season, that doesn't really deter me from trading away Amari Cooper if we can get something good in return. I want a defensive end that's a little bit on the younger side that could get better and better as time goes on. Surely the Bills wouldn't give me Gregory, right? He's on a 2-year contract, so we'll have to pay him in a few years, but hopefully by that point we win the Super Bowl. So let's just see, like, straight up where this is at in its decline, which is fair. Let's just see where this gets us, and that is so close to being accepted, dude. Oh my gosh, are we really about to pull another one off? I'd rather not have to throw in another draft pick, though, so we can throw in Ben here to throw in one of these depth corners. Are we really about to get our Cameron Hayward replacement? God, dude, so freaking close. I know I've already said this once, dude, but I really feel like with what we need in our team, this could end up the most important trade in this rebuild. Submit it through. Like, is there even any space there? So unfortunately, we're gonna have to make it a future 5th, and I probably also can squeeze out a future 7th in return. And Gregory Rousseau is your newest member of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And looking at the talent we have at receiver, dude, I really don't feel like we're gonna be missing Amari Cooper. And more music to my ears, dude. He is so happy to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. Now, I want to make sure that Jack Sawyer's getting some playing time. To free up a potential starting defensive end position, like, I could go ahead and trade away Zadarius Smith. He has 8 sacks, though, dude. That's kind of nuts. Like, maybe that means I get a little bit more than normal in return for. Really makes me second guess myself after seeing his production this season. But it's all about for the better of the team, because I don't think we're going to win a Super Bowl this year. And to be fair, the offers that we are getting aren't that incredible. But I could possibly try to accumulate some future picks, because keep in mind, I'm probably going to have to end up trading for a quarterback next season. So maybe a decent pick for next year could definitely help us out in that regard. Okay, simple enough. Just like that, we get a 2026 second round pick for Zadarius Smith. Now this D-line is locked the frick in, brother. Now the only other confliction I have is whether or not we should trade away Kendall Fuller. Again, I'm not going to re-sign him. He's having a decent season. But I mean, like, I feel like our cornerback room would be fine without him. I mean, what would be nice is stacking future picks while also replacing Kendall Fuller with a younger corner, so Kyler Gordon's not completely out of the question. They're offering me a bunch of cornerbacks. Jesus. And apparently the Cowboys are already so tired of George. I mean, I do think the move here is being strategic and trying to replace Kendall Fuller with somebody a little bit younger. Like, Byron Murphy might actually be perfect. I mean, this would be such a good trade for the future of the team. We'll submit the bad boy through, and it's decline, which obviously doesn't surprise me. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's any other players that can help us see the deal through. How about a 3rd from 2027? We can still use that potentially in a trade for a quarterback. You know what? I'm lying. I want to get that 2nd bad. Maybe we could throw in one of these running backs. Also, maybe throw in Skylar Thompson, is trying to give him some backups. And again, I really don't think that moved at all. Let's go with a 2026 5th, and I guess a 2027 4th. Give me a freaking break. But if we do make that a 2026 4th round selection, I think we should bring in a future 2nd round pick, and the trade is officially accepted. And if this can help us replace Kendall Fuller with somebody younger that's going to get better for the next few years, and a trade piece that could help us acquire a long-term quarterback, this trade was 100% worth it. Before we simulate to the playoffs in this first season, I just want to see how Aaron Rodgers is doing. I mean, not bad for a grandpa. Jonathan Taylor is fantastic, dude. Exactly why we traded for him. 5.7 yards per carry is nuts. And like I said, dude, even though we trade away Amari Cooper, this receiving room is in perfect hands. Totally forgot I do need to sign some free agents to fill out the roster, like Curtis Samuel sitting here. So, like, since we do want to try and make the playoffs, I might as well just sign the best free agents possible to fill out the roster for the rest of the year. Not going to bring them back or anything. And we could use some veterans, you know, help team leadership, you know. And hey, dude, we could bring Kenneth Gainwell back as a backup. Bringing somebody like Jason Verrett, a veteran, feels like a Pittsburgh Steeler. And we also need defensive in-depth. Again, Dean Lowry's just sitting there. Like, how are we getting all of our players players back. I know we also could use offensive line depth, and I'm probably just going to end up signing the highest rated, which is Cornelius Lucas. Just kidding, just kidding. You know what? Dwayne Brown. Talk about experience. With this signing, we have got to be the only team in the NFL with two 40-year-olds. So with that, fellas, officially time to simulate the playoffs. And again, I know we have 6 wins on the year, but I will be shocked if we do end up winning our division. I'll be shocked if we can get a wild card spot. The second half of our schedule is just so freaking tough. Okay, wow, dude. To my complete surprise, we're in the playoffs. And it took us beating the Chiefs and the Bengals to get here. I mean, as mentioned, the second half of the season was rough as we lost 5 out of 6. Playing good football at the right time as we finished the season off with wins against the Ravens, Chiefs, and Bengals, which is pretty nuts. As mentioned, dude, I really do not expect to win the Super Bowl here, especially after getting matched up against the Bills. Finished with the top 13 offense. And defensively, we were pretty garbage. I mean, could you really ask for more from Aaron Rodgers? Like, I mean, obviously 17 interceptions, maybe a little bit too many, but still really good numbers for a 40-year-old. How JT do on the ground? He put up, kind of slowed off second half of the season, but still 1,200 yards, 4.6 yards per carry, and 11 touchdowns is solid. Now, who ended up the leading receiver? Jordan Addison with 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns. DK Metcalf, not a bad first season as a Steeler. Pat Freiermuth went off with 11 touchdowns, and Josh Downs filled in pretty nicely after we traded away Amari Cooper. About defensively, did we get to the quarterback enough? Of course we did. TJ Watt with 17.5 sacks. Greg finished off with 8, and I'm kind of disappointed in Alex Highsmith. I really thought he was going to get more sacks than that. I mean, he's such a good player. He's a 90 overall. We got to get better production out of you. I can't believe with the job I just put on display, dude. I only got 10th in Coach of the Year voting. And of course, TJ Watt robbed of Defensive Player of the Year. Just have got to make sure we get him a Super Bowl before he retires. Which, I mean, technically speaking, we could get it this season. Which, here goes nothing. I would honestly be so shocked if we somehow beat the Bills here in the wild card round. So I do expect a first round exit. What did I tell you? To be fair though, it was a lot closer than what I expected. Oh no, 4 interceptions from Aaron Rodgers. Dude, with Will Howard at quarterback, we probably would have won this. Another reason why we need to trade for a quarterback next season. I mean, we have a good running back. We have a really good receiver core. I'm telling you guys, watch out for this squad in season 2. We're a freaking 89 overall team for crying out loud. And we should be bringing back literally everybody outside of Aaron Rodgers. I'm telling you, if we can somehow find a better quarterback replacement, we're going to be Super Bowl bound. I mean, surely if the Jaguars can almost win a Super Bowl, we can. And to my complete surprise, apparently Aaron Rodgers didn't retire. But there is absolutely no chance he's going to be our starter next year. Let's get into this offseason, boys, and hopefully make our squad better. Wait, do we need to see if anybody's depth trade increased? I think Jonathan Taylor up to a superstar. And unfortunately, at the same time, I'm pretty positive DK Metcalf lost his X factor. He's still a 90 though, he'll be fine. And defensively, TJ Watt stayed an X factor, and I don't even think he went down at all in overall. And somehow, Asante Samuel became a superstar. Thank God we re-signed him. We had 6 interceptions last season, no wonder. But again, I could care less about re-signing any of these guys. I mean, we only have $33 million to spend anyway. And unfortunately, I don't think there's a single free agent that I even care about signing. This really might be the first time you've ever seen me not sign a single free agent in a rebuild. You know what, dude? Purely for the vibes, DeMar Hamlin, we're gonna send you an offer. There we go. There's our one-off season signing. Way more concerned with the upcoming draft, which we have the 21st pick. To be completely honest, dude, my method here might just be continuing to trade back to try and acquire more picks for next year to potentially trade for a quarterback. There's literally no quarterbacks I'm interested in drafting. Like, all these quarterbacks look like busts. So let me see what packages I get here to potentially trade back. I mean, the Seahawks are willing to give me an extra 3rd for next year, a 5th and a 7th, just to move back 3 spots. So why the heck not? Honestly, while I can, I might continue to try and trade back. I think this right here is the best offer from the Buccaneers. Move back 9 spots to pick up an extra 2nd and 2 7ths. So screw it, dude. Let's do it. I mean, a little unfortunate we don't get a first round pick, but dude, we've acquired an extra 3rd and an extra 2nd for next year. We are at the point where I'm probably just gonna go best player available because we don't really have that many glaring needs. I mean, I legitimately have absolutely no idea who to take here, dude. None whatsoever. You know what, dude? Screw it. I might try to trade back one more time. Hold on a freaking second, fellas. I just saw a couple teams who offer me their first round picks from next year. Like, it would suck not to get a 2nd this year, but again, if I want to try to get a really good quarterback, I need as many first round picks as possible. So I have another 2nd round pick upcoming that I'm going to actually keep and pick, but picking up a first from next year from the Browns. It'll probably be a very high projected pick in a fourth. This could potentially help land us a superstar quarterback for next season, and we really could go on a Super Bowl run. So I know it's been frustrating watching me trade down over and over and over again, but I think it's 100% going to end up being worth it. Now, talk about taking best player available. I know we absolutely do not need a free safety, but I know this fella right here out of Purdue is a monster. Like the best free safety in the class by far. Actually, no, probably 2 behind Caleb Downs. It was a really good safety class. I know he's an absolute dog. I don't know why he's here, but I'm going to take Dylan, and I'm pretty positive he comes in as one of the highest ranked players in the entire class. And I don't know where, but we're going to find a spot for him. Come on, we actually have 2 picks here in round 3, which again, I could still possibly trade away if there's nobody I like. Ooh, I do really like Trey Moore out of Texas. I think I want to take him before he gets selected. Pretty good core attributes sprinkled in there, so Trey Moore is going to be the selection. I think he's pretty good out of Texas. Former UTSA transfer, comes in 46 ranked player, got him at 74. Oh, normal dev though. Okay, that's kind of stinky. Hopefully I can hit on a better pick with my second in the 3rd round. Just out of pure curiosity before I look at any players, am I getting offered any 2nd round picks for next year? If so, I honestly might take. No offers here that I'm really interested in, so I think I'm going to stick and pick. I could use some guard depth. I think Xavier Hill out of Memphis might be the move. Some really good key ratings down there. Screw it, dude. This is a 3rd round pick. It's a depth pick. If you need a good backup, that's fine with me. And he's going to come in as... Hello? Whoa. Oh my god, dude. This might be the worst pick I have ever made in my life. Well, let's hopefully make up for that nonsense with a good 4th round pick coming up. And this is my last selection until we pick in the 7th round. Do I take Haynes King? Like, is Haynes a decent guy taking the 4th round? He probably won't be there in the 7th round, obviously. I mean, do I take him just to make sure we have a decent backup? Like, who else am I going to take that's going to do anything for me? I mean, he's really fast. Just don't know if this is worth taking. I mean, it looks like his core attributes are good. Like, nothing's below a C, although he's definitely susceptible to tearing his Achilles in practice. Before I do anything too crazy, let's make sure there's no player out there that stands out to me. So yeah, fellas, I think it's safe to say nobody out there tickles my fancy, like they say over in the UK. So Hayes King, he's gonna be the selection. Like, I know he's not gonna be a good value pick, even though we're expecting to trade for a quarterback. We need a decent backup, maybe somebody to develop. Haynes is gonna be the selection. Hopefully he's not too terrible. He comes in 186 at 117. I mean, like, at least at the end of the day, this isn't as bad as last pick. Watch us get our best pick of the entire draft in the 7th round coming up. So I think I'm just gonna go to a position of need. We need depth at D tackle, so I might just take the guy here that's the strongest, because remember, if you look at the bench press from the combine, this guy, that's really funny. That's coincidence. He's the strongest from the entire draft. 33 reps on the bench press. Normally, bench press reps and strength are really good indicators that they're a decent overall, at least for their value. So watch them make me look like a moron. Caleb Banks. What's Roger out here doing? Grinding picks in the 7th round, brother. Go home, take a nap. Okay, so I look stupid. At least he's strong. Oh, I just realized I had another 7th round pick. I just skipped it. That's unfortunate. I mean, to be fair, like, at least my first 2 picks were really good. Like, getting a 77 rated player in the 2nd round is amazing, but at the same time, we didn't really hit on anybody too crazy in the last few rounds. But brother, it doesn't really matter, because we're about to go out, save the season, and get ourselves a brand new superstar at the quarterback position. It's actually kind of crazy to me with a current 68 rated quarterback. Our overall is still an 88 with an 88 offense and 89 defense. Like, imagine what this team's overall is going to turn into if we can at least get ourselves like an 83, 84 rated quarterback. Keep in mind, dude, we have 2 1st round picks, 4 2nd round picks, 3 3rd round picks, 4, 2, 5, 6, and a 7. We are absolutely going to be using this to go and acquire a quarterback. But again, the question is which one? We have to go after somebody realistic. Like, I mean, Bo Nix might be somebody we could use. Like a Josh Allen, dude, a Joe Burrow, it's just not going to happen. Jaden Daniels, I don't think that's going to happen. Dak Prescott, I don't, $90 million? Tua is also a possibility, although I don't also think we're going to be able to afford him. Michael Penix could be an interesting one. Maybe Brock Purdy, since he's on an expiring contract. Jordan Love could be interesting. He's an 86 rated, and I think he'd be an incredible fit for our offense. He's probably my favorite target so far, but we'll come back to him. I mean, we could always go after like a Sam Darnold type, who probably wouldn't cost too much. Well, we'll 100%, no matter what, get ourselves a big upgrade at quarterback. I mean, Caleb Williams could even be interesting. I just don't know, since he's an X factor, if that's even possible. I just want to see like how close his 2nd round pick get us. Maybe we could get Caleb Williams. But I do think by far my favorite option, who is the best fit, who is one of the cheapest for how good he is Jordan Love. Jordan Love becoming a Pittsburgh Steeler would be incredible. Let's just try a first-round pick and see where that's at. Okay, so we obviously have a lot of work to do here. What if I threw in 2 of my seconds? Does that at least get us to halfway? It's more than halfway now. We're getting somewhere. Now, actually, I'm thinking about it, dude. One of their biggest needs is free safety. We did just draft this Dylan fella who's quite the superstar already. Boy, if he helps me bring in Jordan Love, dude, that would be huge. But unfortunately, they're not interested in him. I don't know why. I'll try it, and yeah, I didn't bump up anything. It's gonna definitely have to be some more picks. I mean, like, for a franchise quarterback, I feel like this is honestly would be a good deal for us. A first, 2 seconds, and 3 future thirds. Let's try it and see how close it is. Jordan Love, it's in the green. So what if we made this a second-round pick from way in the future? Does that change anything? Yeah, it's still in the green. Dude, I want this trade so bad. Unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to make it another second from this year. So 4 seconds is kind of nuts for a quarterback. But if this trade goes through, you guys know exactly why we did all that trading back. Come on, Green Bay, stop being stingy. Just go ahead, just give up your franchise quarterback to the Steelers, and it's getting closer, but we're still a little ways away. So I'm probably going to, I'll probably have to make it all my second-round picks. 4 seconds from next year, and a second from 2028. For Jordan Love, submit it through, and that's just ridiculous! Oh my god, what the heck do I even try to do from here? I actually have an extremely slimy idea. Can't see it here, but I traded a few scrubs, a few extra 5th round picks. We trade up 4 spots with the Bears, up from 20 to 16. Hopefully that's enough to see this deal through. And the Pittsburgh Steelers now finally have a franchise quarterback that they have been long searching for ever since the retirement of Big Ben. Oh my god, dude, what a freaking blockbuster. This gave me an erection. With that addition, brother, I am so excited to see what our team's overall is now. It is up to an 89 across the freaking board. Now, if we're going all out this season, there was one position that I could potentially improve. It would probably be either the defensive tackle or left end position. I like Jack Sawyer a lot, but I think we're trying to win the Super Bowl. We need to make this the greatest defense possible. And keep in mind, we still have a first-round pick in 3/3. I mean, I would rather not have to get rid of my first-round pick, but if we do and we win a Super Bowl, it'd be worth it. Again, we need to try to find a defensive end. Like, maybe George Karlaftis is actually the perfect fit on a 1-year deal. It'll probably be pretty cheap. At the same time, if we don't win Super Bowl this year, I might not be able to re-sign him. Let's see if that truly is the best option out there. Yeah, dude, after all that analysis, is absolutely always George. Now, what are the odds I could get away with this without trading away our first-round pick? Let's just try 2/3. It's not even close. Unfortunately, it is absolutely going to take our first-round pick, but as Sean McVay said, F them picks. Still decline. Gosh dang it. Do I really want to trade away my thirds, dude? I'll trade away 1/3. Now, let's even let him take Will Howard. We also could get rid of Calvin Austin, who's on an expiring contract, and we probably won't re-sign him. The only other player I could think of trading away is maybe Broderick Jones here, since the Chiefs do need a right tackle. I mean, if we make this deal and George doesn't re-sign, that's going to look like a massive L, but dude, again, we're going for it all this season. Submit this trade through, and to my complete surprise, actually, it is accepted. Was that enough to bring the team up to a 90 overall? No, apparently, but it did bring the defense up to a 91, so that's pretty crazy. With all the additions we made offensively, that at the end of the day, our defense, I mean, it's totally in the Pittsburgh Steelers DNA, but the defense somehow is better than the offense. You do know me, though. We need to go out and make some free agent signings. We need a mentor at the running back position, and unfortunately, I don't think there is any. Oh, I found one. Let's bring Ezekiel Elliott to Pittsburgh. And I also know I am in desperate need of offensive line depth. And, like, we don't need this guy at all, but, I mean, I guess it just really can't hurt to have a guy named Michael Jordan on your team when you're trying to win a championship. It's not every day there's a 75-year-old player just sitting in free agency, especially the offensive line position, so we didn't really need, well, I guess we did just trade away our backup right tackle, Broderick Jones, so I guess it's actually a perfect signing. All right, fellas, I think we're officially ready to roll. Now, if this team can win 10 games, surely this squad can win a Super Bowl. Now, the problem with going all in here is that if we don't make the playoffs, if we miss it completely, don't win a Super Bowl, we might be screwed for the future. So we don't even have a first-round pick anymore for a guy that we might not even be able to re-sign. Now, very good news news here. So if we don't actually win the Super Bowl this year, at least George is coming back and that first round pick isn't wasted. Also, we won't be losing DK Metcalf for a while. We also locked down a right tackle and won't be losing Gregory. I mean, at least we made the playoffs, but unfortunately, we literally finished with the same exact record, even though we had a massive improvement at quarterback. Okay, we started off the season terrible, 1-3 on the year, so at this point, we were like not even in a playoff race. Huge winning streak in a row, though, to win like what, 7 in a row, then lost 2 in a row. I mean, it's just like we couldn't beat good teams. Like we lost to the Bills, lost to the Ravens. So we've got to hope to God, dude, somehow we don't end up getting matched up with the Ravens. That's if we can even get past the Jags. I mean, our offense was at least better than last year. Our defense, we're like dead last year. We're top 10. How did we finish with the same record? I mean, at least if anything, Jordan Love didn't turn the ball over as much as Aaron Rodgers did. Out of curiosity, his overall is up to 88, so he's grown a little bit. On the ground, Jonathan Taylor was literally like the same exact numbers as last year. How funny, Jordan Love ended up with more rushing touchdowns than Taylor. Like, how in the world did this end up happening? It means a 90 overall running back. Now, through the air, Jordan Addison by far has been this team's best receiver. Like, what a trade this was. I mean, 21 touchdowns is nuts. Only 1,000-yard receiver. Pat Freiermuth, though, big season. DK still putting up really good numbers. Josh Downs doing decent as a wide receiver 3. So were we actually able to get to the quarterback this season? Yes, we were, sir. Up to 3 players with double-digit sacks. And oh my god, dude, the trajectory of Alex Highsmith now up to an 89 overall. I was so disappointed in him last season. Only 3 sacks all year. This season, 17. Not to mention, a pretty decent performance from TJ Watt, who got 15.5 sacks and 2 interceptions. Greg Rousseau with 12 as well. And Patrick freaking Queen with 7 picks on the year. Jordan Love coming 5th of MVP voting. Of course, I got screwed out of Coach of the Year votes. But I'm wondering, we had Offensive Player of the Year in Jordan Addison, and we also had Defensive Player of the Year in Patrick Queen. We actually had 3 of the top 5. So, like, with the numbers and team we have, dude, I know we only won 10 games, but I feel like we could still possibly win a Super Bowl. I mean, we're a gosh dang 92 rated team, dude. We have the talent to compete with anybody. And you best believe I'm speaking it into existence. There's absolutely no way we let the Jags first round us. I rebuke it. It just sucks we have to travel into Jacksonville here, dude. No way we lose, brother. Absolutely no way. Jags moving the ball down the field first drive. Defense comes up big, and apparently they missed a field goal. All right, let's take over this game early, dude. Let's make them pay for that missed field goal. And just like that, brother, the Pittsburgh Steelers with Ezekiel Elliott touchdown, by the way, take a 7-0 lead. Pittsburgh fans have lost the first game in the first round of the playoffs too many times in a row. We've got to give them a win here. 3rd and 11, and they pick up a first down to Travis Hunter. Let's just keep them out of the end zone here. They pick up another 3rd down. We got to be better defensively on 3rd down. 2nd and 8, 1st and 10. They're going to score a touchdown, aren't they? 1st and goal. Hold on a second, brother. 2nd and goal. Oh my god. 4th and goal down to the 1. And Alex Highsmith coming up with a huge sack. Oh, please. Can we get 92 yards here? Take a 14-0 lead. If we score a touchdown this drive, it's Jover. Unfortunately, we have to punt. All right, can our defense come up big again? Oh my god. We still have a 3rd down to 17. Travis Hunter is killing us right now, dude. Oh, they're going to tie the game. Travis Hunter is killing us. Touchdown. Guess who? Right, we have a minute to retake the lead before halftime. We at least get a field goal here. We keep going backwards. We're going to have to punt. Oh my god, dude. Things started off so good. We started the second half tie, man. Can we please insert our dominance here? Score another touchdown. Take this lead that we deserve. 1st and goal. Touchdown Steelers. Jonathan Taylor this time with a Russian tutty. How can our defense force a 3 and out or do something? I mean, I'm starting to get stressed out here. Oh my god. Can somebody stop this guy? Not going to lie. I am not liking the trajectory of this game up to this point. Can we please score another touchdown as we start the 4th quarter? I have an insect bite me on the knee right now. That's probably not good. Might have been a spider. I don't know. I guess I'll find out later if I have to go to the hospital. Big catch to Pat Freiermuth, and immediately, dude, huge penalty. Come on, Tevin, use your head. They're going to end up screwing us. 4th and inches. We've absolutely got to go for this. We kicked off. Field goal. It's all right. Our defense is going to stop here. I'm going to speak it into existence. 2nd and 9, 3rd and 9, 4th and 9. That means the Jags have to punt. Let's put up a touchdown. Call this a GG. Unfortunately, oh my god, huge play to Joshua. You know, at this point, let's just milk the clock. Let's get out of here with the dub. A big 1st down to DK. 3rd down and 8, 4th and 8. We're gonna have to kick the field goal. They still have a minute to take the freaking lead, dude. How are they getting so many plays off? 13 seconds left. Did they score? I have no idea what happened. Oh my god, 20-14, dude. I feel like that game was so much closer than what it should have been. But a win is a freaking win. On to the next round. First, we gotta see what went down here. I mean, good games from both the quarterbacks. If we're not gonna be able to run the football better than this, dude, we're not gonna win the Super Bowl. But just thank God for Pat Frymuth and DK coming up big. Like, we gotta be able to cover teams' #1 receiver. But thank the Lord for our pass rush, dude. 4 sacks, literally the only reason we won this game. Regardless of who we get next in the divisional round, we are gonna have to play so much better offensively to be able to advance into the conference championship at this point. We get the Broncos? How did that happen? The Broncos beat the Bills, and oh my god, dude, my Tennessee Titans took down the Chiefs. Like, what in the world just happened? The 6 and 7 seeds advanced, which unfortunately means if we do win this game, more than likely we're gonna have to take on the Ravens in the AFC Championship before we even make it to a Super Bowl. But surely we're not gonna get knocked out here by the 9-8 Broncos at home, right? I really hope this matchup is not as stressful as the last, but the Broncos moving the ball down the field, 3rd and 9. They're gonna have to punt the football. All right, come on, brother. Score a touchdown here. We're going backwards. We continue to go backwards. Like, who even is this guy getting sacks? All right, so unfortunately, it looks like a defensive battle. I mean, look at that, dude. Like, there's been like 10 sacks in this first quarter already. Thank God for George. A good field position here. Can we please protect our freaking quarterback in this drive? At least put up points. I mean, at this point, I get a touchdown. I mean, at this point, gotta get a touchdown. Jordan Love, a big catch, going backwards again. Touchdown, thank God for DK. Your Steelers have a 7-0 lead. Let's see if we can get another stop. Maybe even another penalty on the Broncos going backwards again. Let's see if we can force a shutout here. 4th and 11, we get the ball back again here. Hope to God this ends up being a freaking blowout, dude. Keep on moving the ball one way or another, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, off a Jordan Addison 2-yard touchdown catch, take a 2-touchdown lead. All right, keep the Broncos out of the end zone. Okay, at this point, okay, they're going to score a touchdown. It's just inevitable. Evan Ingram, by the way, my God. 5-play drive. Hopefully, we can get points before the half, just to make it a 2-possession game again. 3rd and 8. We just let the clock run out, apparently. Oh my God, we do get the ball to start the half. At least get a field goal. We couldn't even pick up a 3rd and inches, man. What are we doing throwing the ball on 3rd and inches? Oh God, now the Broncos have a chance to tie the game. My heart can't take it. Okay, good job of the defense, forcing a punt again. Great field position. Just please at least get a field goal so this isn't a touchdown game. You know, better yet, let's get a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor punches it in. All right, go ahead and end it here. Another stop by our defense. I mean, our defense has been incredible this game, dude. Again, our offense just can't put them away, man. Like, give them so many chances. They're going to score eventually. Or, honestly, maybe not. And they win for it? Sean, you moron? I was about to say, it should be game 2, but no, of course, Jordan Love has to throw a pick to get him right back in the ball game. A freaking field goal there, man. And it's a 3-possession ball game. It's a GG. Oh, now I got to stress out for the last 4 minutes of this ball game because the Broncos are about to score a touchdown, aren't they? No, 4th and 4. Of course, they pick it up. J.K. Dobbins, by the way, on the ground. 2nd and goal, just like that. It's a 1-touchdown game. Oh, man, they actually went for 2. They went for 2, so if they score a touchdown, get an extra point, it's over. Oh, I can't believe what's happening right now. 2nd and 12, 3rd down and 1, and nothing happened when I clicked the button, but we got the first down somehow. Please just put the game away. Thank God! I told you guys this was going to end up as one of the biggest trades in franchise history, as that clinches our spot in the AFC Conference Championship game. Now, literally a single win away from a Super Bowl berth. I mean, Jordan Love had to do what he had to do to win the game. Completed 80% of his passes. Did we run the ball better? I mean, yeah, 6.6 yards per carry. I don't know why we're only giving it to Jonathan Taylor 10 times a game. Josh Downs having some of the biggest games of his freaking life, dude. DK coming up big too. And again, man, George Karlaftis, Alex Highsmith making big plays when they have to. We are so close to getting this fella a Super Bowl. I can taste it. All right, Tennessee Titans, please do me a solid here. I do not want to play the Ravens for a 3rd time this season. They've already beat me twice, and of course we get the Ravens. Defense is just so good, dude. Like, the Titans offense couldn't do anything against them. Of course, Derrick Henry had to beat them. And even if by some miracle we do beat the Ravens here, we'll just immediately have to match up with the winner of the Eagles and Lions in the Super Bowl. So, like, at this point, dude, it really feels like an impossible task. Like I said, brother, we have already played the Ravens twice this season. They beat us by over 20 points in week 2. And again, beat us by 3 points away from home in week 12. So let's hope to God 3rd time is a charm. Part of me wants to send this fast to get it over with, but we're going to take it little by little, slow by slow, and hopefully they don't score a touchdown. They're going to score a touchdown first drive. No, big backwards play. 3rd and 15, another 7. sack. Gregory coming up huge. They are going to kick a field goal. Now let's see if our offense can keep from throwing an interception on the very first freaking play. It's about to be a 10-0 ball game, boys. Rashad Bateman in for the tutty. It is not a good start, to be fair. I don't know if we have 10 points in us all game long. Jordan Love, we need a better drive here. We need a quick touchdown. 2nd and 10, a first down and goal. And we do get that quick touchdown as Jordan Addison with a big start to this one. Now, can our defense actually keep them out of the end zone? It's not looking good. Just field goal, holding the field goal. It's a touchdown just like that. Amari Cooper, by the way, getting revenge on us. We got to score to keep up with the Ravens, or it could already be a GG. We're going backwards, brother. 2-minute warning, 3rd and 13. Oh my God, Jordan Addison is a Pittsburgh legend already. Oh, I really about lost all hope there. 2 touchdowns for Jordan. It's already 100 yards already in the first half, which is nuts. Now, can our defense, for the first time, finally keep the Ravens from scoring points? There's only a minute left to go. Like, surely not, right? 1st and goal already. 2nd and goal. 3rd and goal. Okay, settle for a field goal. That is perfectly fine because that takes us in the second half, only down by 6 points. And we do get the football here with a chance to take the lead. We're slowly but surely moving this pigskin down the field. 1st and goal. Touchdown Steelers. Jordan Addison for the 3rd time this game. Oh my God, they give us a 1-point lead. Now is the perfect time to keep the Ravens from scoring points on any drive. Oh my God, big penalty. They're going to punt the football. Can we go up by 8 points on this drive? Please, dear God, to make this not so stressful, going into the 4th quarter, we are slowly but surely moving the ball down the field. Jordan Addison again. Brother has like 500 yards in this game already. Can we please, though, please punch this in? 3rd down and goal. Arguably the most important play of the season up to this point. Please punch it in. No, we don't. We do kick a field goal, though, so they need a touchdown to take the lead here. 2nd and 13, 3rd and 13. Oh, my God. That would have been incredible to get the ball back. Amari Cooper picks up the first. Just please keep him out the freaking end zone here. 3rd and 6, 1st and 10. They're going to score a touchdown today. 1st and goal. Touchdown Ravens. Lamar Jackson with the rush. Oh my God, dude. 2-minute warning. Oh, good start to the drive. Great start to the drive. At least to get in the field goal range here. 3rd and 7. 4th down and 16. And we're coming in, brother, to try and save the season. Come back. Should be open, please. An absolute laser. Let's see if we can get it done here. A big play, 14 yards to DK. Another big play, 13 yards to Addison. And we do it. Can we score a touchdown to beat the Ravens for the first time this season? And most importantly, beat the Ravens to advance into a Super Bowl. This is a massive play. Like, if we get knocked down in the field of play, it's going to be a GG. We're going to run out of time. Hopefully. Or touchdown here. Pat Frymuth. Back to the end zone. Come on! We just potentially saved the Pittsburgh Steelers season. The Super Bowl run is still on. Oh my God. What a freaking drive, fellas. To be fair, there's still some nonsense that could go down here. It had a pretty good kick return. I can't even speak anymore. Good kick return. 14 seconds to go. Have all 3 timeouts. I have seen crazier things happening. Like, this is Madden. Lamar Jackson is the freaking quarterback, dude. Like, expect the absolute worst. You know what? That's fine. Just kneel the ball, Lamar. You know you want to go home, take a break. Again, just keep throwing checkdowns. That's fine with me. Literally, whether or not we make it to the Super Bowl comes down to a Hail Mary. If they score a touchdown here, you will see a grown man cry. It's whatever, Lamar. You do you, brother. As with that, the Pittsburgh Steelers are AFC Conference Champions. My God, what a freaking barn burner. Harbaugh's wondering if his quarterback has CTE. Now, the only question is, do we get the Lions or the Eagles? But first, got to see what happened here. I want to see Jordan Addison's number. Like, Jordan Love threw for 320 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, which was early on in the game. See, like, that was so tough because we only ran the football 6 times with Jonathan Taylor. Like, what are we doing? With through the air, Jordan Addison, 9 grabs for 148 yards and 3 touchdowns. This goes down to the Pittsburgh Steelers Hall of Fame as one of the biggest games they've ever had a receiver have. And the man we're doing it all for, TJ Watt, coming up big when his franchise needs him the most. At this point, honestly, I don't even know what matchup I want out of these two. Like, either way, it's gonna be almost impossible to win. At this point, dude, I really feel like we might have used up all our luck. Because, like, to get to this point, I feel like we're so freaking lucky. I was trying to see, we already played the Lions in the regular season. I lost to them at home by 6. We didn't play the Eagles, though, which we probably would have lost if we did play them. All right, here we go, brother. Go ahead and give me the bad news. Of course, dude. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. I swear to you, dude, I feel like in every rebuild we've completed, it's always the Eagles that we get in the Super Bowl. Their roster is so freaking stacked, dude. Like, with the morale boost, they have, like, what, 10, 11, 12, 90 plus overall players? Okay, so I really didn't expect our big movement to be Pat Fryermuth becoming an X factor. We also did have Jordan Addison become a superstar, which is huge. Defensively, oh my god, we had Mr. Alex Highsmith become an X factor. Like, we're a 92.5 overall team, brother. I don't care if it's the Eagles, man. Like, we should be winning this. I don't know if we can do another season, dude. Like, TJ Watt might retire. Even if you get matched up with the Eagles, man, if you make it to the Super Bowl, if you get this opportunity, you have got to get the dog. We genuinely might not ever make it back. All right, so we start with the football here. Hopefully, we can score on this opening drive, insert our dominance, take a 7-0 lead. We're moving the ball pretty freaking well here, going backwards after a Jordan Davis sack. Can we please pick up this 3rd and 9? I have to settle for a field goal. Oh my god, Jordan Addison, of course, on the 9-yard line, 2nd and goal. Gotta be kidding me, and who else? White boy! I'm not gonna lie, that made the morale go down big time. It should be 7-0 right now, and the Eagles are gonna go on the field, and they are gonna have to kick a field goal, 57-yarder, by the way, as we should have the lead right now, dude. So Jordan Love, can you please make up for that nonsense? I'm just gonna click the button fast. Come on, score a touchdown. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. Maybe clicking the button fast is the move. Okay, yes, it is. A 3 and out. We're getting the football back. I'm just spamming it. I'm spamming the button. Come on, score! Who the frick else? Jordan Addison with a huge grab to put the Pittsburgh Steelers on top, 14-3. No way the Eagles score here. I have 26 seconds left to go. And that, my friends, takes us to halftime as we have a 14-3 lead. Keep in mind, though, the Eagles do get the ball back here, so a touchdown. Oh my god, no touchdowns gonna be scored today because Byron Murphy coming up huge. Just another big brain move that your boy made. In a one play, who else? Jordan freaking Addison, who's already at this point got to be a top 3 Steelers receiver, like abso-freaking-lutely. Oh my god, we did it again. Jalen Hurts having a stinker. Joey Porter with another interception. Can we make it 28-3, boys? Can we do it 28-3? Oh, this is insane. What really scares me at this point is this score. To calm things down a little bit, I just want to see what Jordan Addison's stat line is at the 6 grabs, 96 yards, 3 touchdowns. A freaking legendary Super Bowl performance already. But what we're going to do is go ahead and jump forward to the end of the game, and surely there's no way we pull an Atlanta Falcons and choke this ball game 35-10, 38-10, 38-17. Your Pittsburgh Steelers take down the Philadelphia Eagles to bring the first Super Bowl back to Pittsburgh in way too long. Oh my gosh, fellas, what a journey this one's been. And not only am I so proud of this organization and yours truly for bringing this team back to the height of the NFL, I am so freaking happy that I played a part in getting TJ Watt a well-deserved ring. Now, if you thought that rebuild was wild, like, I know the Browns are technically a rival of the Steelers, but you can click right here to watch me rebuild the Browns with Shedeur Sanders. And let me tell you, dude, things don't get much crazier than a Shedeur Sanders Browns rebuild. You guys get annoyed when I continue to beg for subscribers at the end of my videos? Please click subscribe. I'm desperate.